Well, hello there, welcome to Pringle Racing, and today I wanted to talk about this bike, the Rocket, which you can only play in one game, and that game is the Crew Motorfest. Would you believe it? Now, the Crew Motorfest is not the best for bike handling, but strangely, when it comes to monsters like this and the Deval, it actually is not too bad to handle, but it is an arcade racer, and I would love to see this in Ride 6. This bike is ridiculous. Now, to give you some context on how ridiculous this bike is, okay, now I've got a big giant pickup truck that I use for my work. It's got a 2-litre engine, takes the whole family, got loads of storage, can carry a ton load of stuff, which is brilliant. Ideal for work, ideal for the whole family, 4x4, brilliant. The engine on this bike is a 2.5 litre, bigger than my pickup, to ride one person. The bike is mental. Whoever designed this is a genius. I'd have to even say that this now pushes the Ducati to second place, so if I ever won the lottery, this would be the one. So, what is your favourite bike? What bike would you like? Are your bikes already covered in the Crew? Have you seen the new Norton, the new sports bike? That is quite nice as well. So, what would you like to see in your game, or what bikes are not in any of the Ride series would you like to see? Put them in the comments below. But while we're in the Crew, what we're going to look at is we're going to have a little look at the replay tool. Because if you notice, a couple of weeks ago, I had a go about Ride 6 being a bit boring. Their replay tool is a bit standard, a bog standard. But in the Crew Motorfest, you can do some quite cool things. Right, what I'm showing you now is some replay footage of me riding around Hawaii on the Triumph Rocket. Now, the difference here is it's not like your Ride 6 or your MotoGP 25 where it's pre-fixed, where you can only choose a certain camera angle. All the camera angles you're seeing in this clip now are chosen by me. I've positioned the camera, I've chosen when it fades to one picture to the next. The height of the camera is down to me as well. And this is where I felt Ride 6 let me down. I was hoping they would give us more tools. Now, I noticed in MotoGP 25 we had a few extra options in the replay tool, and I was hoping they'd allow me to edit a full race and get a capture like it's a proper TV broadcast show. You don't get that, and the Crew Motorfest isn't perfect, okay? And I'm going to go through later this afternoon and show you how to do a full edit of a video and how you can capture and do stuff like this in the Crew Motorfest. But it's still not perfect. It still needs a little bit more work to it. But it's the best that's out there at the moment, so I don't want to knock the Crew for it, because I think this is quite good. I try to add it a bit of drama, make it look like a TV show. Watch out, Spielberg, here I come. But you've got multiple angles you can choose. Yeah, you can even have a helicopter view from above. Now that Triumph would not be able to clear that jump hit. The weight of that thing is ridiculously heavy, but this is an arcade game, it's a bit of fun. But you can try and make your clips a little more interesting. Now, I don't think people know how to use this tool because I don't see many video clips on the Crew trying to show you the angles of the cars or the vehicles. You can do some really cool stuff. Now, I'm obviously fixing with bikes, but as I ride through the airport, I mean, look at that. It looks amazing. And I don't think anyone really can understand how to use it, so I want to benefit and show you how this works. And I'll go into more detail later this afternoon, but I think this is what we really need in the Ride 6. What do you think? Do you think something like this, you'd use this in Ride 6? Would you want it in MotoGP 26 when they release it later in the year? Would you want to edit your own video camera? Or you just haven't got enough hours in the day? Because it does take quite a while. This 4-minute little clip took quite a fair bit to put together, which is why we've had no clips on Saturday. Now the big question is, has my little replay of me riding the Triumph want you actually go and try the Crew Motorfest? Or are you going to go back to old the Crew 2 and see if you can do something in that? So, did I do a good enough edit that made it look interesting? Or did you not even know this bike existed? Let me know in the comments below. But let's just have a little look at the bike one more time, because the bike is gorgeous. I mean, if you want something just ridiculous, I think that is the best word to describe it. I've used it enough times in this clip. I think it's phenomenal. I believe even with that size tank, because it's a 2-litre engine, the tank only does 170 miles. But look at that. It's just awesome. It's just a lovely bike. I'm so glad that the Crew did do this. But I would like to see more bikes. I want the Crew to do more bikes. I want them to actually work on the handling of them. But I also want the Ride 6 I want Ride 6 to do every bike. I know they've got a large selection that's being really fussy, but I would love the Ride 6 to do absolutely every single bike there is and transfer it. Because there's one last thing I'm going to leave you on that I thought the Crew Motorfest did something really good. When they brought out the Crew Motorfest, anything you'd already unlocked in Crew 2 came across. So all their bikes and their vehicles that you'd already unlocked, they brought straight across into the latest version. And I think Ride 6 should have done something like that. Because I believe they've now been on the Unreal Engine now for a while. They could have said, right, we've got the framework, bring them across. Maybe that's slightly more complicated, I don't know. But that's what I was hoping. They could bring them from one model to the next. Anyway, let us know what you thought of my clip. Did you think my replay looked good? Are you intrigued? Watch out for how to use the replay tool, which is coming later today. Take care, guys, and we'll speak to you all very soon. Cheers for now. Bye.